part of it, with him and his band Men at Work, sold over 30 million albums worldwide. Safe to say he's one of Australia's best loved and best known musicians of all time. Via Scotland, we do have to say that. Won a Grammy. Won a Grammy, Sammy? Any clues?
Who hasn't won a Grammy?
Who hasn't won a Grammy? He's currently doing a show, Colin Hay, Waiting for My Real Life, at the Arts Centre in Melbourne. Can you please welcome the man himself, Mr. Colin Hay? Hello, sir. How lovely to see you.
Colin, welcome.
Welcome aboard. Thank you for joining us.
It's really a three-man table, this, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
2.5 on a good night, Colin.
When they do the football show, they can only get one.
Hippie.
The larger men.
I'm glad you're on my best side, though.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
What is
This eye has a blatant disrespect for me. It just wanders off and never reports back to me.
I've got to think of that excuse for when hanging out with my fiancée. Yes. You know what I mean? And I'm perving at other girls. I'm like, oh, it's a wandering eye. There's nothing I can do to it. I'd love to stop.
What, Colin?
Yes,
many
sir.
people would be asking, like, why you're here. I'm one of them.
This is an idea.
Colin,
It was your idea.
It was
so
my
you
idea.
tell me why I'm here.
Well, because Harry Kill pulled out. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Colin.
Is that you treat all the guests?
Colin, why haven't
I like football.
Well, that's a
There
good
you
enough
go.
reason. So what about your pedigree? Did you play when you were
I
younger?
was really good when I was 14, and then when I turned 15, I was crap.
What happened?
Well, it's just when you turn 15, you have to get serious about it. And then because other people are really, really serious. And then I just started playing the guitar, and that took over.
You thought that might be...
That may be a better
It's
way
not
to
too
go.
late to go back. The Phoenix are looking for players.
But there is nothing. There is nothing better though than kicking a ball and just hitting the top corner. And then you just pretend that you do that every day. It's a lovely feeling, but I haven't done that for about 47 years.
Yeah, wow.
And you miss it?
Every day.
47 years.
But you're a big...
Do you have a team? Do you have a team you support in?
Yes, I have a team. Yes, it's a motley crew. Now, do I like a team? Well, I like the victory to win because I'm from Melbourne.
Yes.
And I live in Los Angeles, so I like it when the LA Galaxy win.
Galaxy.
And when I was growing up, I went to a Protestant school, so I loved Rangers. But Bobby Lennox, who played for Celtic, lived in our town, and when we were kicking the ball around, he would play with us. He was very nice. I was conflicted.
Oh, wow.
So you can't like Rangers and Celtic, but I did.
There you go. Peacemaker. Yeah.
The,
You have to keep it very quiet, though.
Yeah,
Speaking, we mentioned the Wellington because one of our favourite, men of all time is Ernie Merrick. You have an association with Ernie Merrick, don't you?
Ernie went to Jordan Hill College in Glasgow with my brother, and studied there. And then my brother came out to Australia and said, "Come on, you should come to Australia." So my parents sponsored Ernie to come here. So that's how he got here.
So you brought Ernie Merrick out from Scotland. Your family, he lived with your family when he first got here.
Yes, he lived in a little shoebox, and he lived. I don't know if he actually lived with my mother and father or not, but he lived just round the corner.
Wow. And did you have anything to do with Michael Mifsud coming to the take responsibility for
Just
that?
before we leave Ernie.
Just before we leave Ernie.
Was he always, such a fun guy to...
Expressive?
With, just...
Well, it's odd, isn't it, when you see him on the sidelines, because he never smiles or says anything, but, when you see him in real life, you can't really shut him up.
Oh, really?
Really?
Colin, you show
Loves a chat.
Waiting for My Real Life.
Yeah.
And I went on the Comedy Festival website, quote, themes of redemption and renewal. It's not a Hillsong Christian show, is it?
Is it? Is that you trying to slip that in? There's some Scientology as well. You're in LA.
No, there's no religion, no. It's just the fact that, you can't really wait for your real life. This is it. You have to get on with it. You haven't got as much time as you think you have. Because I think when you're in the 20s, you think you've got a lot of time.
Forever, yep.
And then your 30s, that's when you really have to nail a few things. But no, I'm 60 now, and the thing about 60 is, when you turn 60, you can just see 80.
Yeah. Well, you can see it right here.
Sometimes I think that I'm losing my grip, it's true, I go into the supermarket and I pick up a jar and I think to myself, I don't think, is that something I can eat? I think, is that something I can open?
A problem we all face. A problem we all face from time to time.
Some of Colin's stories are hitting a bit close to home, aren't they, Tom?
I want to talk to you about. So you do like to go and watch games of football, and I believe we didn't know each other, but we were at the same game at the World Cup in Germany, Australia versus Brazil. I was at that game, but I didn't know you were also at that game.
And I did not know you were there. No, I was there. But I was walking up into the ground, and there's like 66,000 Australians.
It was all Australians that game. That's the thing. There was a few Brazilians, but it was mainly Australians.
Mostly Australians. And I walked up into the stand, and just as I walked up, they started playing through the system. They started playing down under. It had nothing to do with me being there, just a coincidence. But I walked up, and I was just about to sit down, and this guy turns around, he started singing the song. He's going, hey, and he looks at me, and he just goes, oh. And then he just goes, hey, how does that work?
All right,
So I thought, should be a show in Australia, you know, instead, because in America they have how things work, you know, in Australia they should have. How does that work?
How does that work? Well, how it works here is that we'd love you to stick around and play us a song if you wouldn't mind.
Certainly, yes.
All right, excellent. Please stick around for more Colin Hay and more Total Football right after this.